I've often thought about what would the perfect player look like.
It might play the game in a completely different way from the way that we play it.
As a chess player, you want to know more about chess, you want to get deeper, and there is so much still to learn.
AlphaZero played a match against Stockfish, which was the strongest computer that we all knew, and it won the match.
And all of a sudden I thought, wow,
does this really work? How does it know how to do it?
I started thinking, it's quite interesting, and there's just a couple of games that went bang.
And these were very exciting games, very attacking games, giving pawns away right at the early stages of the game. The other computers were thinking, well, that's too early.
AlphaZero doesn't have any rules. It learns through experience.
Really didn't think there was room for this huge attacking style, never in my wildest dreams.
There's even more depth than we thought in chess.
It's like discovering the secret notebooks of some great player from the past.
It explains AlphaZero's strategies.
How does AlphaZero think? AlphaZero blows apart what traditional engines are doing.
Hello everyone, welcome to this stream. I saw Natasha was leaning away, but then just at the end of the video she came back fully into position. So
well, what I was up to, I was trying to get the height of my computer exactly right, because I think I would want actually it to be up a bit like that, but it's like that. But so I was going to put a thin book underneath, but I figure I should do that while I'm offline rather than actually doing it whilst on stream.
By the way, I don't want to be. I just noticed you've got a rather wonky picture in your back, just behind you.
Ah, that is the Casa Batla from Barcelona.
Oh right, okay, wow.
Yes, let me. It's not very wonky. There we go. I'll straighten that, and I'll get my book while I'm at it.
Fair enough.
So, Theo. Oscar and Who? What a nice book! Look, this is.
Oh, wow.
I just saw it on the bookshelf. It's a really sweet book. Yeah, just kiddie. That'll be good. So let me just see if I can sort out my height.
No,
but actually, we could talk about the chess as well.
We could as well, yeah. So what I'm going to do actually is going to share my screen because there's only 2 minutes to go before we start. So it's ECF Team UK against Cape Verde. And we've got Docky and the B unit in the team for the blitz. So,
fantastic!
It's going to be a good one today.
Very good.
I'm just going to share that screen. No, I always share my second screen, don't I? I always do it like that.
And I also noticed some other familiar names when I was looking down the list a few minutes ago. And so there's Peter Chaplin, who often plays in Robert Starley Ferrari fan. We've got William of Orange.
Indeed.
Ben Graf. We have Richard Doman, who's Rusty Bridges. And we have Nigel Towers, of course, who is the captain.
Indeed. I've just realized.
And plenty of others as well. And Galaxy Bro, who I thought I'd looked up who it was, but I couldn't find it now on my list.
Oh, good Lord. What's happening? What's happening here?
Wow.
I'm sharing my screen and it's not quite behaving as expected.
It did seem to work. I could see a chessboard.
All right. Well. Yeah. No, I got the screen, but somehow it looked a little bit small and strange, didn't it?
Yeah, you've got a margin on the left-hand side.
Let's have a look. How are we doing it? Yeah, I've got a huge margin on the left-hand side. What's happening there? Let's have a look. Can I do it like that? There we are. I guess it looks wrong. It looks all wrong. I don't quite understand what I've done.
You had put labels on for us, but now they've gone.
Yeah, it's all a little bit. Wait a minute, just give me a little minute just to play around with that. I've just we've been doing this so often, and I've just all of a sudden I'm just completely confused here. Why wouldn't that be looking normal there? Screen 2. No, that's how I wish.
Hi, Apeza, how are you doing?
I always share the full screen.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. We'll put you like that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happened there, to be honest. I'm a little bit confused.
We'll figure it out between the blitz games, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've got another 10 minutes, haven't we? So I can play around with that. So, well, I mean, it's just going to look a little bit weird. I think that's what we'll say. We've got a screen with my bald head peeping up above the board there, but never mind. Oh, we've got Keith as well. So all looking good.
Fantastic. So this is the game against Cape Verde, and we've started. Is this Docky?
This is Keith. Of course, it's Keith. This is Keith against a Carlsbad system here against actually an iron player from Cape Verde, rated 2454. Hey, Pezza, how are things? Very good to see you. So Keith doing his standard stuff.
So there are two plans that you can do in the Carlsbad. One is called the Alpha Zero plan, where you go berserk, and the other and attack on the king side. And the other is called the Keith Arkell plan, and that's where you do the minority attack. And Keith has chosen the Keith Arkell plan. Maybe not so surprisingly.
Indeed. So, I mean, White's taken on f6 there with the bishop very early, just to be able to get in this move b4. Okay, and Black's playing b4. Yeah, now Keith's played this many times. We've seen this in our book. He played an absolutely fantastic game against Tommy Ernst.
I remember that one. And in that one, White had the king over on the king side, and then things opened up a bit over there. So Keith marched the king all the way over to the queen side and managed a draw. I think it was in the end, wasn't it? He was winning.
He was completely winning. Yes, that's right. It would have been an absolutely glorious game if he'd won it. But so Keith, what Keith is actually doing here, he's just going to bring this knight round to d3.
He always puts the knight there on d3, doesn't he?
It aims at e5. It protects the b4 pawn and also aims at c5 as well. So
he's got both his knights lining up on e5 as well, hasn't
he? Exactly. So now, I mean, Black's ideal would be to get his knight round e4, d6 to c4. If he could do that, then that would definitely be a big help. But in practice, it always turns out to be slightly tricky to achieve.
You've got to say, you've got to think he's going to be favourite for this game just because he knows these positions so well. I'm sure it's a terrible thing to say. And he's going to do g3, isn't he, on pawn structure wise?
Definitely, yes.
To block that, blunt the power of that bishop on d6 rather than something like h3.
Look at the time situation. 3 minutes against 1 there. So
because he knows. Okay, so if Keith does do g3. I guess Black will do h4 maybe at some point, but at the moment we can just take it. Yeah, at the moment
we'll just take it. Let's just have a quick.
Yes, let's see Docky.
Let's see Docky because that's always exciting.
He's done g3. Of course,
yeah. Oh,
I can play like Keith Arkell. I did one time. After we had that, we wrote the chapter, and I just played all his moves against some really strong junior kid and got a win. I haven't been able to repeat it since then.
So Docky is Black here, looking quite good actually. This is a rather unpleasant pin on the knight on c3. So,
in fact, how do you defend that at all?
Well, I mean, you can't.
Because even if you defend that knight with your queen, White could perhaps come in with Black could come in with d4.
Yeah. No, it's a rather tough one already. I mean, I think you probably have to castle and just. Give away the pawns, but this is already very, very pleasant for Black, so just takes.
Yeah.
Probably knight c6 is quite decent, I would think. That looks quite reasonable. Knight d7 is also a possibility, but I think knight c6, then we can just castle queenside, and then we'll just move on with that. I think that's going to just very, very strong. Okay, knight d7 is also possible. I was wondering about. I think I was wondering about knight d7 was something like queen b4 maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's, just to try and be a little bit annoying like that. And but I don't know. I mean, king b1. Well, I think. I mean, if castle's queenside, we can go queen b4 again, and you've got a little problem with the d5 pawn. So I think the knight d7 was less good. Yeah, because I think White can go queen b4 now actually, and just if queen c7 will go rook takes d5. So
because Docky doesn't mind in principle exchanging queens, but that would undouble White's pawns.
Yeah, no. So this is knight b6. I mean, it's fine. It's fine for Black, but it's not. I mean, Black's not better anymore. So I think with knight c6, you had a good chance to be a lot better there. So how's Docky doing for the clock? Ooh, down to 1 minute. So it's quite tight. How's Keith going? Ooh, Black's going for it here.
Black's going for the king side. Okay, so this is Yeah, and we've got our knight on d3 as white, and so we're not worried about f2 tricks.
Yeah, but
look at this. Oh gosh, black is going for it, and
well, that's the
and
move.
actually that looks a bit scary. So what's Keith
Oh
gonna do?
no! Oh, he went queen g4. That's not so good. That's not so good. I think Keith's going to bring his queen round now.
Queen in and keep chasing the queen till it's swapped off.
Yeah, queen e2, and the queen's coming to f3. I think that would be the move that Keith would probably play. I think.
Could black then go h4?
Yeah, this is a question. I'm wondering whether you can go g4 or not. That's the kind of the crucial element to it. If you can play, oh no, then rook e4, then rook e4. Oh, okay, then h4 is going to be a bit annoying actually.
So could we go king g2 and try and?
Oh, it's gone rook. Okay, it's gone rook e4. Okay, but now we go king f1.
Okay, and do our march like we did against Ernst.
Yeah. But it's a little bit. Black's actually played well. Yeah, I think this rook on c7 is tied down to the pawn on c6. But king f1 is definitely the move here. Oh, okay, knight c5. Okay, I think Keith's going for a little cheapo here with queen e4. That's what he's going for.
Oh yes, of course he is. And he might get that. He might get that, mightn't he?
Oh yes, he's got it. He's got it. Oh, dear.
He got it. Well done, Keith.
Well done, Keith.
Okay.
Little bit of
let's what about Peter Chaplin? Oh no, Hasban, Harry Evans.
Keith is thinking. He hasn't played it.
No.
Oh no, Keith. This is the whole idea, and now his opponent has seen it. But this is quite unclear now because we've got HG and rook e3. Actually, this is fine for black. I mean, black's doing. Yeah. Oh, Keith. Because now we'll go rook e6 now, and then okay, we're already 4-0 up though. So I mean, the British team is stronger, of course. So Docky's doing very well. He's going to have a rook c2 mate here. So that looks like it's going to be another win for. But let's have a look at this top game here because this. Oh no! Rook f6. Oh, Keith has blundered his queen there.
No.
Oh my goodness me. Oh.
Let's not watch it. Let's let him sort it.
Yeah. Let's look at another one. Then let's have a look at. We'll have a look at.
Score 3. It says GM. My screen doesn't show the name in.
B unit.
Ah, Bogdan. Yes, we must see Bogdan.
So Bogdan won his first one, and he's now black against Africano 82. Yeah. Actually, so black's a pawn up, but white's got quite a nice amount of compensation here. Actually, I mean, I'm looking at g4 and getting quite tempted with it. I have to say, it looks quite dangerous.
Yes,
at the very least, because I mean, yeah, actually, how you dealing with this even? It looks really dangerous.
Okay, because you can't take, because the knight on e4 would be on freeze.
Yeah, okay. Played b3, but
can't you just? Oh,
well, I mean, this is quite unpleasant for black, in general. But this is a bit slow. I think maybe we play knight e6 here. I think that looks like quite a reasonable move. I mean, I think I'd still like to play g4. I mean, it's really the move you want to play here. It's just a bit slow though, because you might be able to go knight c5 or something. This is a bit slow from white now. Yeah, now black's back in control now. You know, it's there was that one moment I think of opportunity to do that, but Keith has lost. Keith has lost his first game there.
Oh, unlucky. I jinxed him. I'm sorry, Keith. I jinxed him by saying he was bound to win.
Yeah, there's a Diamond still going in his first game.
Okay,
not just won his first game actually. So. We've got.
What about the big squeeze? I saw the big squeeze is playing again, which is it's Michael Harris, isn't it?
Yeah, he's won his first game, and now they are playing. This is the second game, I guess. The big squeeze against Ronaldo Fonseca. Let's have a look. So, well, actually, how's Black's not doing too badly here, actually, because White's got the two bishops, which is great, but got to be a little bit careful about where you put this guy. Yeah, probably e7 is the best one. b5, and now maybe we play e5 with.
So it's a sort of battle of the central pawns against the queenside pawns.
Indeed,
it looks nice for white, in my view.
It's good for white. I think d6 is going to be nasty now.
Yeah,
d6 is going to be nasty. That you had to take that one off and somehow try and blockade, but bishop d3, or we can just go d7 here now, and this is going to be winning there. So yeah, okay. Let's have a quick look at Keith with black. So Keith is playing his stuff there. So As always, c5. That is actually quite an interesting idea. We're going to take on d6 there. Oh, actually, come to think of it, if queen d6, are we going to
there's a fork.
e5?
It's a fork.
And then we've got ef afterwards. It's quite
dangerous. I was going to say, so you don't take on d6, but then that's a bit of a...
Yeah, I mean, then I just take on d4. So, I mean, I go e5, and then you've got to try and find a good square for your queen. I mean, it's not necessarily so bad. I mean, I think you could maybe go back to d8 or something, but it's a nice advantage for white. This, you've got a few extra tempi here, I think.
Yeah.
So, come on, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think white's going to play e5 here. Yep, that's quickly whipped out. And now, I mean, queen d8 maybe. Yeah, that's what. So if ef, you take on c3. Yeah. There's no real way to do that. But I think with white, you could play either knight takes d4 here or queen takes d4 and claim that you've got a pretty serious advantage. I guess Keith's going to take off. Knight takes. And then where does black go? Knight d7, I guess, or knight e8. But it's a very unpleasant ending, this one. Of course, Keith's particularly good at endings, but actually even e6 here is quite interesting. Yeah, f4.
Who's Keith's opponent?
Marianokar, and I am. So I don't know if you know who that is. I don't know which I am that is, but
I'm going to click on it and see.
A pretty good rating there. Anyway, let's have a look at.
Yes, there is a name, Mariano Ortega Amarell. I'm just going to look that one up. He's got a lovely picture holding a trophy.
Oh, Docky doing the business here. I mean, black against Docky is always a tough one for for any player. And it looks like Docky's going to make this one because Queen h6 check, and this is just pretty much over there. Black's got no time either. So, B unit has managed to win both games. That's very good.
Well done, Bogdan.
Let's go a little bit. Let's have a look at Clive Frostick. How he's doing.
Mariano Ortega Amarell is from Cape Verde and standard play 2463. So actually, it's probably similar rating to Keith. And birth year 1981.
1981. Okay, well, congratulations on a very fine first game. That's now Clive Frostick against Camouche. So he won his first game. He's playing the second one there. Time quite even. White's a bit better here, I would have thought. Knight's a bit passive. Well, the bishop's held him by the pawn, but it does have quite a bit of potential, really. E7 or d6, e5. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably about even, isn't it? Actually, that wasn't such a great move there. So I think black needs to get the king in. Knight on d6 would be quite a good one. White needs to get the kingside pawns moving. I think king g2, f3, g4 would be quite decent. Let's have a look how Keith's doing. Well, very pleasant position for white here, of course. Got to watch out. I mean, there's all sorts of discovered moves that you might want to play with white. I think the next natural thing would be to bring just the king into to e3. Yeah, that's natural. And then you're going to try and play g4, f5. If you get that one in, then very big problem. This is decent. Looking to try and get a little bit of counterplay like that. But I think probably king e3 would be the best move there. I don't think you want to play a3 because that. But I think black will now play a3, maybe, as long as he's sure that b4 can happen. So king f8. Yeah, now I mean, g4 is tempting. The only question is whether g5 can happen, whether you can do that and get your knight into f4. Not clear, that one. Not clear at all whether that's good. Yeah, I think you can do it, actually. I think you've got to go g5 as black. But then I might just go f5, and after knight f4, go f6. And play, I think I'll come here probably, I think. And if knight f4, then I think maybe f6 would be quite strong because the rooks can't get to attack this e5 pawn. And feels quite nasty.
Keith's certainly got the strongest player because I've just looked up the Cape Verde rating list for kind of all FIDE rated players, and the top is Mariano Ortega Amaral at 24.63, and then it drops to 18.49. So
no, that's right. Yeah.
It's like 600 points, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, and actually, the board 2 looks like Celia. Is that a woman player? Maybe. The second one. Sorry, not board 2. I mean the second rated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say here.
I think Keith's doing the business here, actually. Oh, knight f6. Knight f6 was strong. Oh, that would have allowed knight g8. Oh, I think Keith was. Oh, yeah, Keith's doing the business now. He's got. He's going to pick up a pawn here. This has gone. I think White got a little bit nervous, a little bit short of time there. Now it's got a good rook ending for.
Oh, and you know what? Keith loves rook endings.
Well, Keith. Yeah, I mean this is.
Keith's in his element now.
He's in his element now, so king f5, but not going to be easy to make this one work. But what's
should we check in on a few others? What about Peter Chapman? He's still playing. Peter Chaplin, sorry.
Indeed.
And this is Celia. I guess that Celia is the Celia I just found on the rating list.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Peter's. This is all very sharp. 10 seconds against. Oh, there's a big discovered attack somehow there. Rook e5 check, maybe. Rook g5 check. Yeah. That's
yes.
One. Oh, Peter. King e7, rook g4. Peter's in big trouble now, behind on time. But well, I mean, it's all going to be about the nerves now. Rook d8, g3 would be a good move now for White. Just g3 and king g2. Oh, this is risky. This is risky. Opening up that d file. No, it's not. It's not risky, but you know what I mean. I mean, it's just you get nervous. G3. That's the move you have to play. Oh, queen b3.
Yeah, I think Black's lining up trying to a back rank.
What's happened here? Rook c1, rook c3. This is very good. Swap off the queens. Take the queens off now. Yes, there we are. A4 now, I think, was quite good, followed by rook c4. Nice and solid. But I mean, this is Peter's playing quickly now, so really getting that together now. But White's so knight e3. Yeah, I mean h5 would be a good move here, followed by g4, knight f5. Those are great moves. Oh, this is also very strong, actually. Winning another pawn there. Knight c4, is that necessary? Well, knight d4 check would be quite strong. Knight e3, that was just a pawn blunder there, but never mind. Rook b7, rook c2. Oh, knight f5 check now. That's a good one. No, knight d4 check's a good one. Knight c4. Okay. Just it's a tough.
What else is still going? Inglaterra.
Keith going. Let's just have a look how. Oh, Keith, what's happening here? Mate for Keith. There we are.
And Keith.
There we are, cheeky. And so Keith manages to tie that match. Peter Chaplin doing his best just to keep stuff together. Who else have we got? Oh no, that's all.
That's it. That's the final game. So Peter against Celia.
Right. Okay. So we've got a little bit in a mess there, but still all right. G4 expanding a little bit. H5 would be a good move here. You get get the king out of the way. That's a good one. So now we just need to get the knights out of the way there. Oh, but that's going to make it a bit tricky. Rook c3. Yes, that's good. And the bishop goes back somewhere, and then we go knight f5. That would be not a bad one, with rook c7 to come. Ooh, a king on there, on the e1. Oh, bishop b4! Bishop b4 now! Oh! It's still winning for White, but this must be a huge shock. Oh, my goodness me. H5 now. Get that
this could
get that H pawn safe.
Things could still happen in this game.
No, giving the H pawn away. Oh my goodness me. Oh dear me. This is now drawn. In actual fact, this. But I wouldn't bet against Black winning this. Rook A4. Oh, this is it's so. Oh, look at the clock now. Oh. Can you It's still drawn.
Okay.
Oh, but lost on time, I think.
Who lost on time?
White lost on time there.
White lost on time. So Peter's got 2-0. Good game by Celia, though. It was looking very promising for her.
That's really hard luck there. But, well, anyway, well played, everyone in the English team. And we will... I will now try and get the link to the...
I've got the link if you need it to the other...
I think I've got it.
You're
there.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the one, isn't it?
Hey. So the rapid play starts at 4:30. So just in 10 minutes time. And let's see who's playing.
Ooh,
By the way, if you noticed that we've got a very strong team. It's I'm only saying this is funny because this is how I would be as well. But when we play the weaker teams, I'd be more inclined to join because because I'm more likely to get a win. But I'm not saying any of our players are doing that.
It's certainly true. Shall I try and fiddle around a bit with the settings to see?
Yes, I think if you are on Restream, I think you might be showing your screen rather than your tab.
Yeah, that's actually what I thought. So let's have a look. And I will share my tab. That wasn't going particularly well either, to be honest, but let's have a look. That's not going particularly well either. What? I mean, I've tried both those options, and they haven't really worked very well. So
let me see that one. So.
No, it's the same. I mean, it's just we're.
It isn't sharing your tab, is it? It's sharing. It's got a mind of its own.
It's got a mind of its own. Yeah, we'll keep on playing around with the settings.
Yeah, I'm going to just look at. I'll just have a look. The thing is, on mine, I can't quite see the names of the players. I think maybe I need to actually subscribe to chess.com and then I'll get a better view, but I can't seem to make that bit with the tournament big enough. So we've got the Big Squeeze is our top board, Inglaterra, and then CM somebody, Edward Payne, William of Orange, who is Douglas, who has played many times, Alan Mike. Yeah, I think we definitely have regulars for the blitz and regulars for the slow play, and it's
I think so. Yeah.
Peter Chapman's playing again, and I think we have David Sedgwick, Henry Winters.
There we are. I've made it.
We have Coventry, 1, 2, 3. So I don't know who that is, but I guess they come from Coventry. Derek Harvey. We have Davey. We have Rusty Bridges, who is Richard Doman. We at the moment, some of these might not get a game depending on how many people from Cape Verde play. We've got John Mell. We have Ocelot, 32. We have Maria. Maria
last. We saw actually Ocelot.
I think it's not Maria. I think it's not the same Maria. Marianne Kyria Popescu.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Maybe we have. Maybe
we saw the Mario and Marion last week. I'm pretty sure.
Ah, fantastic! Yes, okay, they're back for more action in the rapid play.
Yeah, so starting in 6 minutes now. So
6 minutes. So 6 minutes for more people to register, and so at the top of the I am Marianne Oka. I think that's the same.
Yeah,
same person. Yeah. Vasland. David, CV 1969.
Yeah, board 2 in the blitz.
Lucia, Nina, and Celia. Celia is playing this time William of Orange.
16th. My goodness.
Lyrium and Barriolus.
Oh, actually, I could just put the link into the chat just in case people want to follow it. Whether that works for both of those, so I'll just put it on there. Like that. Ooh, pardon me. It's I've normally been pardon me. I've normally been having a glass of whiskey during these matches, but since this one's a little bit early.
Yeah, it's a bit early for whiskey. Yes,
it is a bit early for whiskey, really, isn't it? Right, okay, so
Gordon Flame has just entered as well, who's another regular.
Fantastic.
Indeed. And Ferrari fan, and I just can't see. Can you see who board 5 is with the CM?
CM E4 Forever.
Ah, E4 Forever. Now we know that person, but when I say we know that person, I'm not sure exactly who it is. I know them. And
it's not Tom Villiers, is it?
I don't know. It's either Tom Villiers or Paul Dargan. We should be able to see, or it could be someone completely different. It could be Paul Dargan.
Could you click and have a look?
Let me click. But I'm not getting anything when I don't know why I'm not getting anything when I click, but I'm not. I
think we'll see E4 forever.
We've definitely, because E4 Ever, I've definitely got a message from E4 Ever telling me who they are, but I've forgotten exactly who it was, which is terrible. But if it's one of those two, we'll easily be able to tell from the opening, right? Because
indeed,
Tom Villiers will do something hacky, and E4 Ever will be more positional, I think.
Yeah, and there's one person I'm gonna watch straight away. It's Peter Chaplin, because he's I'm not quite sure what color he's going to be, but if he's white, he plays 1b3. He
plays 1b3. He does.
He's both a committed and a very proud 1b3 player. So he got a nice little trap in the last match. So with 1b3. So we'll definitely have a look there, see what's happening with him. Keith Arkell. Keith is playing. Wow.
Oh, fantastic. Good one, Keith.
GM-IM matchup on the top board. Excellent.
Wow. So, okay. Now, this will be really interesting because they've played already just now in the Blitz. And certainly that first game. Dockie's joined as well. Fantastic. Well done, guys.
What an amazing experience for the for the Cape Verde second board there, playing against
definitely playing
John
an absolute
Nunn,
legend,
former world top 10, absolute chess legend. Amazing, fantastic. Well done, everyone. It's because that should be fantastic. I think obviously I think obviously the UK team's got more people than the Cape Verde team. That's
because I think the population of Cape Verde is about 500,000 people. So we should, we do have a much bigger population.
No, fantastic. I mean, brilliant. It's amazing that this is an island in the Atlantic Ocean, and just playing against them. Amazing. I think it's wonderful stuff. So great, and and look, we've got B units.
We've got Bogdan as well. Fantastic.
3 GMs on the top board. My goodness me.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. So wow. So David CV has played Docky and Blitz 2 games, and now he's going to play 2 games against Bogdan Lalic.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So amazing, and it's going to start 1.5 minutes to go, basically. So looking very impressive there.
Yes. So actually, Peter Chaplin's just at the moment just not going to get a game.
Oh no!
Yeah, so he's going to have to save his 1b3 traps for another day.
Oh,
because last time he had this amazing trap, didn't he? Where it looked like he'd blundered a piece. Or was it a rook? But actually had it all worked out right from before.
It was all in the hesitation before he
did the acting. Yeah.
Yeah. You could sort of believe
he didn't know the theory, and then
you could sort of believe it was a mouse slip, and then he just sort of panicked, and but it was actually a very sneaky trap. So my goodness me. That'll be terrible if Peter doesn't get a game.
Well, he can help us commentate if he likes.
He certainly can, indeed. Actually, I mean, the England team's incredibly strong here. It really is strong
out today.
Good Lord. My goodness me. So
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. Come on, Cape Verde. Find a few players to give Peter a game. That would be great. But otherwise, we've got plenty of other good chess.
Yeah, no, though. I mean, we will see some good games now. So
20 seconds. And I mean, lovely to see Docky and Keith and Bogdan playing as well.
Definitely.
So, very, very nice. So great.
Good luck, everybody. Thank you, Henry Winters. Good luck.
Boa sorte a todos, says F. Carapinha. Okay, it must have started, so let's have a look.
Chess Forever 64. And then CM is... Who is the CM? I'm really confused. There's 2 of them. Chess Forever 64.
Okay, G3.
get them to message me very clearly and all in one place, so I know where to look for it.
Key switching system here and c3 from.
Oh, Keith! No switching system. I'm surprised.
Well, played a. I think. To be fair, I think Mariano Carr played. Didn't give him the chance of playing a Bogo Indian.
Yeah,
he just played the 3G3. So Keith's playing his B5 system, which he's played quite a lot. I didn't think this was particularly good for Black this line, I have to say, but I can't really tell you why not. There was something about I thought about taking on C5 and playing something with B4 and C4, but I can't remember anymore. White's here. White's playing for something quite solid. Maybe going to take on F6, or even going to just go E4 straight away now. If you go E4 and then Black can't really take on E4 because the bishop on E7 is hanging. So I would have thought that this would be the idea.
Yeah.
These knights are a bit strange on A6 and A3. The one thing is if Black, okay, he's taken on F6 first of all. Okay, is he going to go E4 now?
E4 now, I guess.
I don't think it was really necessary to take on F6 first. No, Queen D3.
Queen D3.
D3, attacking this pawn on.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you? So he's sort of encouraging Black to play C4.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be so stupid, actually. Normally it's not a good idea to release the central tension, but you can probably just play D5 here now. Yeah, well, this is what Keith is doing, and then you bring the knight round. You're just going to play A5 and B4. You've gained quite a bit of time there, so I think that's quite decent for Keith. Let's have a look at Docky now. What Docky's doing? Docky. So there's been some sort of very odd modern here. With a bishop on D7 there, and Docky's moved his knight round to F4. This is looking quite dangerous, I think. A bishop C4, for example, would looks rather worrying to me.
This is Docky's type of position, isn't it?
This is Docky's type of position, indeed. I mean, knight G5 is also very worrying, but yeah, one of those two is. I think knight G5 is probably going to come in next, and this is looking already quite difficult for Black. Have a look at the B unit, Bogdan Lalic. It's been some sort of close Sicilian. Yeah, well, I mean, White's played the knight on F3, which is not normal, really. I mean, you normally you either put the knight on E2 or H3, or you play F4 first and then the knight to F3. So here, White's just a little bit stuck, really, with the old pieces, and you're going to have to watch out that Black doesn't go G5 and F4, or even F4 as a pawn sacrifice. I think, what am I going to do with White here? It's actually a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit stuck here.
Knight out to H4, perhaps.
Well, I'm a bit worried about F4 then in reply. And then you'll take, and I'll go G5. I think I'd probably look to go something like A3, to be honest, and just maybe play a quick B4 and try and get some play on the queen side. I think it's just a little bit awkward the way these pieces have been put. Knight D5, I don't like that very much, really. I think Black's just going to take on there, play Knight E7, and then play G5, and I think already we're I think Black's doing very well.
Yeah.
Is White going to play C4 now? Maybe go Knight E1 to play a quick F4. But I think it's quite nice for Black this already. I think. Let's have a look at the big squeeze.
Yeah.
The big squeeze. What do we have here? Some sort of Grunfeld. Slightly passive Grunfeld, you could say, for Black. White's got the pawns on E4 and D4 here, and Black hasn't really done anything in the opening. So White's just got that central advantage, but not disastrous for Black. Black having a little think here about what to do. That is the problem. I mean, something like Queen B6, I think, is quite natural here. Queen B6. Can't I guess that? Queen B6, attacking B2. And maybe
hi, Shrivanth.
Hey, hi. Maybe Queen B6 to B4 would have been an interesting idea, just to try and swap off queens. Knight H5, I'm not sure really. I mean, we could just go Bishop E3, I think, Or even, we could even try bishop e5, actually. This is also possible. Just to try and, swap off the dark squared bishops. And
I go.
I think bishop e3 would be my move. Hey, Carl. We had a Carl's bad, Carl, earlier. And
it did go a bit bad, didn't it? It was looking good. It was looking like a Carl's good, and then it went to a bit of a Carl's bad. There was a trick there that the players didn't see.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It was, so let's have a look. Inglaterra against Celia. Celia, who has such a heartbreaking loss against Peter Chaplin in the blitz, when I think a piece and a couple of pawns up, and somehow with the time pressure just lost it. But having a look here, that bishop on h6 is a little bit risky. You're always a bit worried that knight h5 will happen. Maybe not yet. Maybe I think black will play just play c6, and but this bishop's a little bit out of the way really on b3. So black's pretty comfortable here, I think, already. Board in Flame, who's a dramatic username, but a senior player, I think, isn't it?
Remy Tayo, yes.
That's right. So looking quite good for white so far. Got a nice sort of an f4 system against the some sort of Perk Schmid-Benoni type position. Looking quite nice for white. Just develop your pieces, and black doesn't really have that much counterplay with on the queen side. Because obviously this b pawn's been exchanged for white's a pawn. Maybe black should take on c4, play for e6, something like that. Try and get the center open. But it's quite pleasant for white there. Who is Ferrari fan?
That is Robert Starley, I think.
Right. Ferrari fan.
We've commented on Ferrari fan a lot of times before.
Ferrari fan is black. Actually, in a little bit of trouble there, I think. White's looking pretty good here. Nice centrally placed pieces. A good bishop here, this pawn coming through. And these pieces are a bit funny. So, okay. Some defending to do there for Ferrari fan. Chess forever against Winaldo Fonseca. Let's have a look what's happened there. Looks like white has actually won a pawn there. Yeah, white has won a pawn.
So what opening was it?
It looks like some sort of Grunfeldish thing. Oh no, it was that was 1b3 actually.
1b3, and this was e4 ever.
This was chess. No, this was chess forever 64.
Chess forever 64 played 1b3.
Indeed.
I'm going to have to check on ChessBase and see if either of the people I think it might be ever play 1b3. I'll just see if I can do that quickly.
We've been going for quite a while, Carl. So we've had the Blitz event already, and
in one of two on the rapid play.
Indeed. So actually, E4 Ever has already won his game.
There's E4 Ever and Chess Forever 64.
Indeed.
I don't want to get confused.
Now let's have a look. Edward Payne against Africano 82. This is Africano 82's got quite a dangerous little attack going there. So I mean, if knight takes f4, then g5 would have been the answer, winning a piece. So e takes f4. I've got to find a good follow-up for black here now.
It's telling me my chess base isn't valid, which probably gives away how frequently I use it.
How could it not be valid? I mean,
serial number's not valid.
I've had
it on this machine for a long time.
If you buy it, then
I did buy it. Yeah.
Then you've always got it. Okay.
Well, it's now not valid. Anyway,
you're no longer Major Spuds, Carl. Who are you now, Carl? Carl is no longer Major Spuds, but that was such a good.
Oh no!
That was such a good
what's your new username? That's an improvement on Major Spuds.
It must be an incredible one, Carl. If it's got to be if it's going to be an improvement on that. Let's have a look at William.
Carl. I thought you were going to say minor Spuds.
Caracan Carl. So I guess that you are a fan of the Caro-Kann, Carl.
Not necessarily. It could be a bluff, couldn't it? And trying to make the opponent think you're going to play the Caro-Kann, and then you reel out the Schliemann or something.
It could well be. So this is William on 16th. He may only be 16th in line, but he's doing quite well. He's doing quite well against F. Carapinha. Those are all the games we have actually. So yeah, let's go through the top ones again. So Keith Arkell is a pawn down against Mariano Carr. Is that a full pawn? Is that a really dangerous pawn down to beat? Well, it probably is actually. Yeah, this is not pleasant at all for Black to defend. Actually, it might well be that would Black be losing in this position? The point is there's a lot of places where the knight could jump around simply, and it's
all right. E4 ever is Tom Villiers. I can tell you that is actually a fact.
He's won both.
I've looked it up. It's actually a fact.
He's won both in actual fact. So we can't.
Oh no!
By the time you work that out, then C6 followed by C5, the Henkin Arkell system against the advance. Well done, Hack Attack, otherwise known as E4 ever. We thought it was you, but Natasha took so long to work out that your game was finished before we could. So,
I thought it might be you. You had no clue who on earth it would be.
Right. Okay. So Keith in trouble, basically having a good think here, but this is looking a little bit difficult. Docky against Vasland.
So Hack Attack, who's the other player with a name similar to yours? Which is like, what was it? Chess 64 Squares Forever or something?
No, Chess Forever 64.
Chess Forever 64. Who's that?
Is it a relation?
You must surely know that.
Is it a brother?
Is it Paul Dargan or is it someone else completely different?
So has Docky sucked a piece here? He sort of certainly has. He's played knight takes d5. But there's a few little problems here. So queen d5
doesn't know either.
You could go bishop e4 or you could go bishop g6. And if knight d5, well, we'll have a good old bishop c5 check. So this is looking,
nice.
This is looking completely disastrous for Black, I'm afraid.
Who's playing? I've got to put the glasses back on.
Docky's white here.
Docky's white. So we're pleased about that, really, because we're.
Well, yeah, no, that's true. We are supporting our side, of course. So, David VC against Bogdan. This actually, I think White's done quite a good job here, at least of keeping back the initial Black initiative. Yeah, I think maybe we can go rook e1. Maybe play for a3 and b4 if we can manage it. It's not too bad for White. This. Do
you think Bogdan's going to start pushing his kingside pawns some more?
Well, maybe you could move the pawn all the way up to h3. Knight h4 is also a possibility. I mean, Black's got Black's doing fine, of course, but I was expecting it to be to get worse than this, really. So okay, that's not too bad. Let's have a look at the big squeeze. Just a nice White advantage, really. This knight not so active. These are also a bit out of the way.
So White's kind of doing a squeeze on Black.
White is definitely doing a squeeze. Actually, I'm not. What on earth? How should Black try and do this? Really, it's not a very pleasant position, really, for Black. This. I mean, if you. Pardon me. If you don't take the knight, then we're just coming in knight e5 to c6. But if you do take it, these two bishops, pointing towards here, are really, they're really going to be dangerous. Yeah. So here, well, knight e5, I think, is going to be played almost instantly. It's a very difficult position for Black. This.
I haven't been doing any guessing yet on these moves. I'm probably a bit late to the party there.
Indeed. Celia, 1988 against Inglaterra. Well, the position's a little bit better for black here, really, because this bishop is really locked out of the game. Yeah, I mean, actually, it's going to be very difficult for that bishop to get back into play, really. So, yeah, it should be a very pleasant position for black, this one. Board in Flame. Look at Board in Flame. My goodness me. A senior player, but playing it like a young colt. So, G4, G5. Actually, my friend Steve Giddings, he showed me a game this morning by the Italian player. So I don't know whether you've heard of him, actually, Natasha, but there was an Italian GM in the 1960s and 70s called Mariotti. And, he was an absolute lunatic player. He was absolutely crazy, and he won some absolutely beautiful games. He was also well known as a very dangerous swindler. But there was a game he beat Gligorich with, and Svetozar Gligorich, of course, one of the strongest players in the world. And, he played E4, F4, G4, H4, G5, H5, and beat him. Just like that. And after the game, Gligorich was very courteous and said, well played. And then he said, where did you get the idea to play like this? And Mariotti said, oh, well, I saw a book by a German player called Gunderam, and he sort of described all these lines. But at that, Gligorich got very upset. He turned all red and stormed off. And Mariotti didn't know what he'd done, but a friend of Gligorich's told Mariotti afterwards that Gunderam sent Gligorich a copy of that book to review and asked him whether he would want to write a foreword for it. But Gligorich had replied back to him that the ideas were so stupid that he was not going to write a foreword for it. And of course, Mariotti used that idea to begin with. It's a famous game, I think, 1970s. Glitch against Mariotti against Gligorich, well worth looking at. I can see Hack Attack playing like that, to be honest. So, and thank you, Steve, for that game and the story. It was a lovely little thing. Well, Board in Flame doing the business here, looks like. Let's have a look how as Ferrari fan was in trouble, but seems to have picked up a piece somehow.
Oh yes.
Which will definitely help matches there.
B7 has come in.
Yeah, so black is definitely.
Black's a piece up, yeah. Oh, here comes the rook and pawn ending.
Chess Forever 64. Well, Hack Attack didn't know who Chess Forever 64 was, but I think we can tell that it can't be a relative of Tom's because he's playing an ending and swapping off rooks. So that would not be Hack Attack behavior.
The white can now come in. What, rook H6? And this is going backwards.
It's a clear win for white. This one. This is very big indeed. Now Edward Payne 92 won this first game, and actually it's looking very good for the second game because black is already a piece up here. And there's this awful weakness on E3, which bishop C5 is going to pinpoint unpleasantly. So yeah, that's looking like a 2-0 there, I'm afraid. Played indeed. William of Orange, the 16th. That looks like a B3. That looks like a 1B3. But we haven't had Peter Chaplin, or has Peter Chaplin just
got a game? I think he didn't, but
has Peter got a number of aliases maybe, and he's just playing, and he just is using all of them to play B3.
I don't think he would, because you have to sign up. Don't you?
Oh, you do indeed. But anyway, this is a B3 opening that it's
Hack Attack sacked his queen on move 10.
Exactly.
We should see that game if we get a chance.
Oh, let's have a look. We can have a little look at that one.
Yeah.
Forever. The black game. So let's have a look. D4, E5. Let's see what Hack Attack did. D4, E5. D5, he didn't take your pawn. Ooh. Bishop C5, C4, D6, Knight C3. This has turned out lovely for white, hasn't it? It's absolutely perfect. E4, Knight F6.
Oh, I like this. Yeah.
I can see what's going to happen. Knight takes E4. Knight takes E4.
Great attack coming up from Hack Attack.
Queen C2, Rook D8. Yeah, this is a very nice. Well, is it really a sack?
Yeah, that counts.
Actually, Queen G6. What were you doing against Queen G6, Tom? I guess queen g6. How was queen g6 in this position? I guess you just go knight d7, don't you, and then play knight f6 later. I guess that's probably possible. Yeah, it's not dangerous. No, sorry, I was just wondering about that. But, very nice. And bishop f5, knight takes h1, and you just went for all the material. Castles, knight f2. Yeah, knight d7. Oh, didn't take on f2. Went knight h3. This is going to be winning for black. Nice system. Knight d7 says, yeah, Tom, that's absolutely right. Nice system. Very nice. Very nice. Do you play d4, e5 a lot, Tom? So let's have a look. What is happening here? This is looking even more tricky. Keith, how is Keith going to defend this? I mean, you can't defend this, I don't think. Just b7 is happening. And I mean, if you go king d6, I go b7, king c7, knight c6 simply.
What about bishop d6?
I go b7, and I'm just going to follow up with knight d7. So I think b7 now. Yeah, this is lost. King c7, and then knight c6. Yeah, Keith has resigned.
Oh, unlucky.
Wow, it's a big battle on the top board. Obviously,
yeah.
Keith, you know,
so it was and now it's second game starting.
Exactly. So we'll see. So Keith got a pretty good Carlsbad against Mario Nokar last time, but actually Keith actually missed a massive cheapo just to win on the spot, and then he got into trouble, and Mario Nokar finished him off very nicely. So we're going to see what happens here. Docky, how's Docky doing? Docky is clearly winning there.
Docky's white, and that just looks nice. This really looks nice.
Yeah, so we're not expecting this to last too long. I mean, queen c5 would be my. Oh, wait a minute. B3 is coming in, so we've got to be a little bit careful there. B4 to B3. So maybe we like f3 followed by g4, or maybe rook d6. That also looks quite nice. Some sort of move like that. F3 from Docky, just to play g4 and chase away that bishop.
Yeah. What about b3 now for? Or we just take it off twice?
I think we're just taking with the a.
And the queen. Yeah.
If you go knight b4, which would be a nice follow-up, I've got queen d4 check and take the knight there. So I think you're too slow there. And I mean, you need this rook to defend the pawn on f7. So I mean, it's just very, very difficult.
Oh, a b3. Could you meet b3 with? Oh no, that's dangerous. I was going to say queen c3. Yeah,
I mean, it's the sort of move that you want to play, but it's just you've got to watch out for b takes.
Yeah.
You need to get rid of that pawn, but I don't think I can't really think of a way, not 1, 2, 3 anyway, of a way that that black could
force anything through
without losing something over here really. So I think it's good for Docky. Now I'm assuming that Bogdan won his first game. He did indeed. So now playing against David CV. So we've got a King's Indian, and Bogdan's sort of putting everything around this square on e4. You can go knight g3. If the bishop goes back to g6, you'll go h4 to h5, and this is looking quite pleasant for white in principle. At the very least, it's always much easier for white to play than for black to play. Let's have a look. What else we got? The big squeeze. The big squeeze is a rook up, I think. Yes, the big squeeze is a rook up there. So expecting that to be finished quite quickly as well. Celia. Oh, okay. So, what is this? It's a pawn. Yeah, black's a pawn up there. Okay, so that's going to be a winning pawn ending for black. D4 has been played. C4 is the move I'd really expect there. And now King F5, and it's just completely finished there. So good win there for Inglaterra. Board in flame. Black's doing not a bad job of resisting, I have to say, because would it be very easy just to collapse completely. And actually, Black's getting a little bit of a counter attack here. attacking that bishop on g4. You just need, in a way, one careless move from white, to take on that. Black's getting knight f6 in, and the rook over to coming to h8. So not clear this one. This was, I thought this was going to be a quick victory, but yeah, some work to do here for Board in Flame.
Yeah.
Ferrari fan managed to win that from a difficult position. Got back. So maybe the second game hasn't started yet. I think that maybe that's what he's telling me. Yeah, I think so. So we're just still waiting for the second game. Chess Forever 64 won the first game playing Ronaldo Fonseca. Yeah, sort of a Nimzo Indian there. Obviously, there's a few tricks that with knight g4, bishop f3, queen h2 that sort of come in.
Ouch, yes.
They're not there yet. They're not there yet. So
you could just go bishop f4 and stop that sort of stuff.
You could indeed. I mean, I think c4 is quite normal for white. At some stage, just got to watch out here. Just in this specific. Oh, knight e5. Okay. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. Oh, it could work. Well, it might be working out actually. I just how do you do? Is that analysis? Yeah, I've got to go to the game, haven't I? And then do the analysis board there. And no, I don't want to upgrade. So if knight e5, I can take on e5, queen e5, and go bishop f6. Then I have to go gf, and then I go. For example, I think I can go f3 here, because I was thinking if queen b5, which looks, like, oh, I'm being cunning, then I just got this move c4, and I'm protecting the bishop on b3 and attacking e4. So,
but you could just move the bishop, couldn't you? Instead of moving the queen.
Oh, good. Oh my goodness, yes, Natasha, you're absolutely right. I'm just hallucinating. Sorry, like a lunatic there. Then I could try f3 then. I'll claim that was what I was thinking of. F3, this is more complicated. I mean, I'd like to do something like knight d5, so that if queen e4, I've got queen g5, but I can actually just take on d5 then.
Yeah.
Be winning. F3, queen b5, I've got c4. This might be working for white, I think. Unless I'm missing something, which, well, when you see what I just missed there, I wouldn't put it past.
I'm sure you're missing nothing. Don't you worry.
Well, but okay, but that's quite interesting. Black didn't just play bishop f5 there. But okay, h3. So yeah, I mean, black might just take on e5 now. That would be quite natural. And then after takes, just go knight d7, get out of the way like that. This bishop's, sort of solidifying stuff a little bit. So looking quite pleasant for black still. But nice little attempt there from white, this knight e5. Where were we? Ferrari fan we were going to. Against Barrier. Oh, is Ferrari fan a piece up? He is a piece up there. So that's that is looking quite good. William of Orange is nothing up actually, but
nice pawn structure.
Indeed, knight d2. We're looking for knight c4. So black's definitely only got one move here. Black's got to play c4 and get rid of this.
But then we're 2 pawns up as white, aren't we?
We're 2 pawns up. We're going rook b1. This is over. Really. Oh, knight c4. You don't even need to hurry taking the rook. You can just sort of wait around. Really, that's the problem. I mean, what I would probably do if I was white is I'm going to follow up with c3 and then play my king to b3.
Would you?
A4 pawn.
Just take the rook. You're going to try and win it for nothing.
Well, no, just go c3, play the king to b3, and then just win everything else with your rook. Really, that would be the most efficient way of playing, I think.
Fine.
But I mean, it's just very, very good. So Keith, let's have a look. So Mariano Carr has made this a little bit more. Yeah, he played bishop b4, not bishop b7. So he's got a slightly different structure there. So it's a big one for Keith. Keith's got to win this one to keep the match.
Yeah.
So, but I think in general you can say the black
won with black, didn't they, in the blitz?
Indeed. Yes, that's right.
Now it's their turn to both win with white in the racket.
That's right. So in general, I would say that black's done doing pretty well here. Really, I mean, it's looking very pleasant. Really, got these pawns are weak. You've got a nice outpost on e4 for your knight. So no worries at all there, really. And you'll probably play b6, something like that, and knight e4 to d6. Maybe look to swap of the light square bishop sometime. It's a slight advantage for black, I think, but obviously, plenty can happen. Docky is still winning. So what's he going to do now? Is he going to play a7? That looks maybe knight a8. Knight a8 here, actually. Is knight a8 winning a pawn? Oh no, he resigned. But I think knight a8 was winning the pawn there. So it's still winning, of course. I mean, you just go rook c5, rook a5, swap off rooks. But it's a funny way to end there. But anyway, a second treat for Vasland. He gets to play Docky again. So excellent. B unit. Bogdan's doing pretty well. He's got his bishop pointing towards here. So Queen h5 is going to be coming in pretty soon.
Knight g5 and line up.
Rook to g1's coming. So indeed, knight to g5. So you can tell where our arrows are pointing to. I think that's the
king.
Knight g5's been played.
Yeah.
So, well, Bogdan was your coach, wasn't he? So you can see
my coach. Yeah.
So it's clear that that's rubbed off.
Yeah.
On the same wavelength. So okay. So what happened with Celia in the first game? So Celia lost that to Inglaterra. Oh, that was the pawn ending in the end. That's right. So, but now a sort of a Scandinavian here, quite a solid position. Bishop b6 teeing up now. I think bishop b6 looks tempting, but I think you go rook e8. You don't take because d6 would be hanging. But well, you could either take or you could take on g3 first. So this is a very nice position for black. Really, no particular worries. So maybe white would just play knight e4 here and just try and see whether blacks want to give up the two bishops. But in principle, it's not too bad for black. Vakland against Docky, second game. So Docky playing not playing the knight off. He played the he's playing some sort of Richter Rouser. It looks like.
Yeah.
So okay, h3, but not against a crucial system here. Ooh, I do wonder at some stage whether knight takes c4 will be possible. But
I think these matches are quite a good opportunity. Like it's a nice kind of time limit to try out something new, like 15.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah, absolutely.
So maybe if he's been having a little look at this opening or fancies trying something new.
Absolutely, and this is quite this is all quite decent. Knight a5's coming in, and black's doing quite nicely here. Board in flame. What's happened here? So this was hey, well done, Miriam. Congratulations. So you just got to make sure you make the move. Don't lose on time. That's it. And well played, black. A huge rating difference between the players. So a very fine defense there. So of course England is leading 9-1 at the moment. So it's so obviously looking very good for the English team there.
Hello, Max.
Mr. Mux, hello. Let's have a look. Big squeeze. What's happening here? The big squeeze is black. Ooh, got to be a little bit careful here. So knight takes c5 will allow knight takes c4. So I think we're going to play bishop c5 indeed. And now, is there anything? This is just for a moment, you sort of wonder, might there be something? I mean, knight b3 is actually
knight. Wait, what are you trying to do? Knight b3. What are you trying to do? If takes, you're going.
Oh, so if knight b3, I could go knight c4 as well, right? Which might be even better way of doing it. But in queen d5, I just want to go here, and I'm threatening the rook on a8 and also rook takes c6.
Yeah.
I think this is virtually winning, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good.
I can't think why it wouldn't be winning. No. So, but maybe, I mean, knight takes c4 would be the best way to do it. Simply, you know, d takes c4, queen d5. So you probably go castles, and then you have to claim that you were just sacrificing a pawn for.
Yeah, hack attack likes knight takes c4.
Yeah, great minds thinking alike there.
But knight d6. Oh, a defense. Hack attack's found a defense.
No, it's not. Queen takes c5. Then hack attack. We're taking your bishop on c5. Yeah, we are taking your bishop on c5, surely. Yeah. So, oh, queen e2. Still some danger, but I guess we're going knight b6 now here with black, and just sort of.
Yeah, the worst is probably past.
The worst is probably past, I think. There. So a little bit of a lucky one there. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got a lot of double wins here. 13.5, 1.5. So looking very strong. Chess forever against Winaldo Fonseca.
Let's see.
Oh, we seem to have an extra piece there for black. How did that?
Is that our player? Chess forever.
Chess forever is our player. It's the one where you thought you'd found a long-lost relative of Tom Villiers, but
no, I mean, I might guess, if I want to guess one person, it's Paul Dargan, but it's probably less likely to be him than to be someone other than him, if you see what I mean.
Okay. Okay, so that's looking like Chess Forever. That's looking like a win for the UK team. Board in Flame. So had a thrilling game in the first round, Board in Flame. So let's have a look. Are they playing yet? Their second game. I can't see it yet. Oh, yes, there we are. There we are at the top there. Ooh.
Check.
White playing very... Oh, I was going to say White playing very aggressively. And I thought King H1 is going to come in, which would have been... Queen F2 is less what you want to do, really, I think. So I think just Queen F2, and then I think...
Take on F4.
He takes F4 is maybe decent. You know, White's got compensation for the weak pawns because you got the two bishops and some weak squares. But I suppose you could also try and move like F6 as well. That would also be possible because then you're threatening EF and then G5 maybe. But it's not clear. This is decent. All right, Inglaterra against Celia. Let's have a look. Oh, Queen F5. Wow. That's a brave move.
Was there a tactic in that game we just looked at?
There's a bishop e6 at some stage, but it didn't work. So
because if the bishop takes d6, can you go rook d8 and the bishops are pinned?
Oh, sorry, in the game we've just seen, you mean? Which
I
was
think Remy. Was it Remy?
Board in Flame.
Flame. Oh. It's changed. Okay, fine. Whatever it was, it didn't happen.
Fair enough. Oh, what's Docky? Oh, Docky. Sacrifice the exchange in classic fashion. So the idea is that if bishop c3, then queen c3. I mean, you've got exchanging a pawn and the two bishops. You know, it's quite a classic sacrifice, really. And this bishop isn't very good either. So yeah, I mean,
let's take it though, surely. Oh no, maybe not.
You could go queen d2, but yeah, I mean, you'll still get a bishop pair somehow, however you do that. So.
Yeah. No, can't you? Could
rook
b3?
Sorry, I just B unit is 1, by the way. So
okay, done.
Yeah, so queen d2. Well, I could go rook c4, rook b3 at a minimum.
Yeah, rook b3. Aren't you then?
Knight takes b3.
Knight takes b3, and you are still at exchange down.
Yeah, I mean that would also be a very good one, of course, because your pawns are are very weak, and I mean I don't think there's a good way for White to play here, really. I mean, I think in principle, Black's doing quite nicely. The only thing you might point out is this move, bishop a3. Yeah.
Queen d4.
Oh, queen d4. Matthew. Oh. Golly.
Good job I'm here to point out all these tactics.
You're here, yeah. No, it's true. My goodness me. Yeah, no, sorry. I was thinking of bishop a3 and e5, but yeah, if the knight on d4 is hanging, then that's not really. Now I could because I'm obviously I've got my grandmasterly pride.
Yeah, I never know to point them out in case it's something really obvious I've missed.
Well, no, I mean what I could what I'm going to do, of course, now is say what I really meant to say was that there is this possibility of going e5 takes bishop a3.
Yeah.
And after queen d4, I go bishop e7. Go rook e8. I take, and I go rook d1.
You do, and everything's lined up on d4.
So that's actually vaguely possible. But I mean, there's many different ways along the way. Although, well, I mean, if you sacrifice the queen, I take back on e5. Maybe I think Tom would probably sacrifice the queen for 2.
Well, I think as long as you use the word sacrifice, you're okay.
Yeah. But this is not so stupid. This actually, looking at it,
you can't.
E5 is actually not so stupid.
You can't actually stop it, can you?
No, just wondering. Wonder whether I would see that. Anyway, I'll guess E5 on that one because just have a quick look. How's Keith doing against? Keith. No, but rook E7 here. Oh, but Queen H3. Oh, Keith has missed something there. So Keith's a pawn down now. Oh my goodness, this is.
Yeah, but he'd still win the endgame.
Well, pawn down. I'm not.
White. No, maybe he won't.
I'm not sure. This is looking quite airy. This king as well. Yeah. I mean, actually, wait a minute. Queen H3 looks like a very dangerous way to play here.
Queen H3. What do I do?
Well,
yeah, you can't.
This is quite because I've got rook e8 and queen b1. So what I can do? So if I go queen h3, which looks very dangerous. So I go rook e8 check.
Yeah.
You go king h7. I go queen b1.
Yeah.
And then I play f5. I think.
Oh, and how's this? You do have to watch out for g2. But couldn't you just defend along the second rank? Oh no, because you go queen g3.
Yeah, I mean, if I go queen c2, I go queen check, and check here. Actually, I think that queen h3, unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, that could be just winning.
This might be just winning. I think it's just winning. To be honest, I don't see why.
What if I come out king f2?
Straight away, you mean?
Yeah. I don't know. Whenever it would be most advantageous.
Check here and rook e8. That's the problem. And if you play rook e8 check first, then it's rook takes e8. So
yeah, all right.
So this is looking bad for Keith. So has queen h3 has been played indeed?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Could this end up being a double shutout? My goodness me.
But you have to remember the player who Keith is up against is very, very strong.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, no. I mean, Keith's got a toughie there. I mean, it's a big clash on board one. But wow. I mean, that's just incredible. Let's have a look. So I know Vaslan didn't play my brilliant sacrifice, and I took the exchange. But this is very pleasant for Doki now. It's not. I mean, it's not like you're winning immediately or anything. It's just, but it's just it's very hard for White to really get at your position, and whereas Black's very, very solid here. One thing you just got to there's just an initial period where you just need to play a few good moves to stop to stop White from expanding. So we're probably expecting Doki to find those sort of good moves.
Yeah, what sort of thing? Like stopping f4?
Yeah, I mean, I think you want to get out of the way of f4, definitely. So queen a5 is quite reasonable. I'm not sure why you play queen c5 queen e5 first, to be honest. But queen a5 is quite reasonable. A little bit of an attack on a4. A little bit of thinking of playing rook c3. I mean, g6 and e5 is quite pleasant. I mean, trying to get the bishop maybe to this diagonal is quite that's a bit passive from White. That wasn't really necessary yet. Bit hard for White to know. I mean, White can try and play solidly, but I think then in the long run, black's going to get his start getting into your dark squares. So I'd be tempted to play bishop d8 as black here and try and get the bishop round to here. That would be my one of my ideas. Or maybe g6 and try and get the bishop round to g7. That could also be possible as well.
That bishop would be nice on that long diagonal. All right, I'll let you move on to the next game anyway.
So big squeeze. So White's doing quite decently here, actually. Big squeeze. So White's on the pawn, but here, White's exchanged off the dark square bishops. So there's a nice, got a nice little blockade here, and Black's pieces are they're not finding good development. The bishop's not great on b7 really. Could also get hit by moves like queen b6. So White's definitely got an advantage here. So some work to do for the big squeeze, one of our strongest players. We haven't got many games left, actually. My goodness, we've got so Keith against Marionetka, Doc against Vaslan that we've seen, the big squeeze, Inglaterra against Celia. So that's going to be looking like a tough game again. I mean, the first game was pretty close, went to a king and pawn ending.
Yeah.
So this one looks like it's also going to be going to go to an ending, and we're going to see who makes the most of this one. I suppose, I guess it's a little edge for White. Just queenside pawn majority. This is not fantastic on c7 in the ending, but nothing amazing there. And we've got Board in Flame, who had such a great game. Oh, Board in Flame. Board in Flame's going to make this one. So just exchange up. Going to pick up another pawn quite easily. So so that's going to be a win for Board in Flame. But very well played, Lyrium won. Amazing effort in the first game there. Keith has lost. Keith resigned. So that's hard luck, Keith. Hard luck, Keith. But I think he played against an opponent who played exceptionally well today, both in blitz and in rapid there. So hard luck, but very well played. Cape Verde just making 2 of the 2.5 points so far in this event. Let's have a look then. Docky still going. That's going to take a while, that one, I think. But Docky did play bishop d8, and queen b3 was played, hitting the pawn on d6. There's a few tempting little ideas there. 98 from Docky. That's very solid. And then the bishop's going to come out. Essentially what White's claiming here is that, what Black's claiming here rather, is that White doesn't really have any easy way to attack the black position. So you can play a few, a few slower moves, but you'll just get there eventually. Which I think is
got an extra pawn, right? And
sorry,
Black's got an extra. No, pawn for the exchange.
Exactly, that's right. Yeah, what I would really be thinking with White is, a king around to h1 and try and play a move like f4 to f5, to make use of this bishop. I wouldn't have put the rook on a1, for example, now, but yeah.
It's an interesting game, though, this one.
It's a very interesting game. Yeah, no, these are always interesting, these sort of sacrifices. So, okay, let's look at the big squeeze. Exchanged off queens there. White played c4. It's very pleasant for White. It really is. It's going to be difficult to make turn this one into a win for Black, I would have thought.
What should Michael do? Maybe push his a pawn and get the space.
A pawn. We might play b4 because you got that little pin. I'd probably play bishop b7. That would be my first guess, and then after you can maybe play a5 or something like that. You're also threatening to take on c4 there, so because your knight's protected. It's it's pleasant for White. I think Black should be able to draw something like this, but quite pleasant, really. Let's have a look. So Board in Flame is going to finish very soon, I think. Where was that one? Here. Yeah, it's going to finish very, very soon. So that's going to be a win for Board in Flame. Inglaterra against Celia. We've got our ending here. That's going to last a little while, I think. Vasland against Docky, also going to last a while. Oh yeah, Docky bringing the bishop out there to f6. Another good square there.
Do you think Docky should exchange queens? I'm thinking not.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad for Docky if he exchanges off queens, but I wouldn't go for it as a first thing, simply because the queen's got plenty of potential for the dark squares there. So I think you're just making life a little bit easier for white in that for white in that way. Actually, come to think of it, isn't Docky just winning the exchange here?
Oh yeah, look at the rook on a1 lined up with the bishop.
Yeah, no, that's gone bad. That's gone bad. Yeah, that's gone wrong as well. So it looks like this is going to be winning for Docky quite quickly, I think. This one is definitely going to be a problem.
Bishop takes d4, rook takes d4, e5 for Docky, says Hack Attack.
Wouldn't queen d7? Do we have queen d7? Do we have queen d7, Hack Attack? Just or was this in an earlier position?
Maybe now.
Here queen c3 is going to be huge. Going to be huge. So that's looking very good for black there. So we expect a win reasonably quickly for Docky there. Who else have we got? We've only got the big squeeze.
Yeah.
So bishop b7 was played, I think. White thinking now. How are you going to try and do this? Maybe c takes d5 simply. Then you could sort of play a little knight d7 to b6 takes d5, get rid of that light square bishop, and then just claim that black's got an isolated pawn. It's slight advantage, nothing huge.
Yeah.
That's possible. What's happened with Docky? White played rook c1, yeah, but we're going to win loads of material now. So rook c1, then bishop d4, and that's really an awful lot of material.
Yeah.
That is pretty much it.
Because you also got bishop a4 at the end, if you want it.
Knight takes e6. Wow.
It doesn't threaten mate, actually, because the bishop on f6 defends against mate.
Well, yeah, and there's you're also pinned as well. Yeah. So I think something like queen e2, for example, you're just leaving white with loads of pieces. Maybe queen c3 is best, just to keep this not protected. But I mean,
but we have the advantage of having a population about 100 times bigger. So yeah, so I guess we ought to be favourites.
Yeah, no, it's true. We got quite soundly beaten really by Poland, didn't we? Last match, but this is Docky's played queen c3, so. I do
like the variety of opponents we're playing in this.
It's lovely, isn't it? No, I mean it's really. I have to say I'm full of admiration for for the people who've managed to get this off the ground and make it happen. I think knight c7 is going to be strong here probably. Because I mean you just see it. I mean a player from Cape Verde, he gets a chance to play against Docky twice. Such a legend of world chess. And you just get to play him in blitz and rapid games. It's really really incredible. And of course Bogdan and Keith are very strong grandmasters as well, it's just quite a beautiful thing, and it's also special representing your country, in things like this. It's yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I agree, Pezza. Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree as well, Carl. But it's great, and that they're playing throughout. Well, I don't know if it's all whether I don't know what it's like in Cape Verde and whether they're all locked down or what's happening there at the moment. But I'm glad they're in the competition.
absolutely. So,
I mean, actually, if anyone from Cape Verde is either watching or watches it after the match, then let us know how things are there. At the moment, we're all pretty much locked indoors here in England,
with the vain hope of sometime in the next, who knows when, of one day being released into the community.
We'll be released in a month or two, I expect.
It's Yeah, my parents had their first vaccination actually.
Mine did a few weeks ago, but they haven't heard about the.
No, that's right. So we're waiting to hear about the second one as well.
Yeah, they're still sticking indoors though, and I think that's
yeah. I know my parents
a wise thing. Yeah.
It's right. Okay, let's have a look. Inglaterra against Celia. So, Inglaterra short on time there, but Inglaterra has given Black those double pawns on the B file. So, but in principle, this is quite even. I think it's good in general to keep the rooks on. I think swapping off the rooks, 559,000.
Yeah. So I reckon if you times that by 100, you're getting to like, what are we? Something like 60 million.
Oh, I think we're more, aren't we? Are we 80 million by now? It's
depends what we include, doesn't it? Is this in what is? Are we England or are we? Yeah.
So knight g4 check. Ooh, knight g4 check. That's quite nasty. Knight takes h2. Celia, 1988, has grabbed a pawn now.
Okay, Celia.
Knight h7, f6 now. f6. Oh, that's nasty.
Black here, yeah.
Yes, that's right. So this is with a Cape Verde player.
Celia should. I mean, this. Oh no, but can you pick up that knight?
Well, no. I mean, you can just leave it there. I think that's the point. Yeah. I mean, you just go knight g4 back, and
R1 can come around to knight can come around to h6, and then just over 67 million for UK. Yeah. So we're more than 100.
Okay, I thought we were much more than that.
No, I always used to be, but like when I was at school, I always used to learn 60 million. But I guess it depends if you say England or UK. I think that was
okay.
I think it was UK in those days.
So knight f5. Yeah, this knight on h7 is still very badly trapped. I think if you go rook g8, that's quite a nice move now. Just getting into g3, looking for rook g3. Just got to be a little bit careful. I think you mustn't. The knight is just stuck there basically. So there's no need. 160 million. That's
no. I've always had 60 million in my mind.
Yeah, but I really thought we were on a parallel with France actually, which is about I think 80 or 90 million. So it's
well, I reckon that just depends if you can. Depends what you count, because there's UK and there's Great Britain and there's England. So depending on.
Oh, knight c5 check here, and Black is picking up a piece here. Rook takes h7 now. Ooh, so okay, come on, Celia. So we saw Celia against Peter Chaplin having a rough old time in the blitz finish there, but.
She should now be able to.
She's well ahead on time, Celia now. So I think King d8 here is a good move, just getting out of the way. And this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. King d5 now. Oh, rook c5. Okay, rook c5. Yeah, no, it's possible. It's just I don't like. Yeah, I don't like exchanging.
Now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't like exchanging.
A5 or something.
I don't like exchanging off the pawns. That's the only thing. But it just makes it more risky. But King d6 now would be the move.
Yeah.
Knight c5 check is also possible because the King e5. We go knight a. We go knight d3 check. Knight d3 check, picking up the rook with a double check. Okay, now a knight takes a4 or rook takes a4.
Yeah,
we're doing quite nicely there. So there should be a win for Black. And Black's got plenty of time. I mean, Inglaterra is the one who's short of time there. Did Docky won that? Indeed.
Congratulations, Docky.
So we've just got the big squeeze now. We've got the big squeeze. The big squeeze is a pawn up in a knight and pawn ending. There's going to be a knight g5 coming in here. Oh, there's a knight g5. That's nasty. That's nasty. Now, so there should be a win for Black, and
a win for the big squeeze, as long as White can't somehow give up the knight for the 2 pawns, but it should not be possible.
2 pawns is tricky. Yeah. So King g6. Yeah, you just do it nice and slowly, and in principle, it's quite tough for Black to resist there. For white to resist, rather.
Yeah.
Ooh, pardon me. Inglaterra against Celia. Let's have a look. This is Celia trying to give another win for the Cape Verde team.
Yeah. And it looks like she will be successful.
Yeah, I mean, I give it, sorry?
Do you get an increment with this, or is it 15?
You get a small increment, you certainly do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so check. I'm thinking she's given her knight up. No.
F5 now is a good move. King F5 is the move you want to play.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you bring the knight in afterwards. Knight C5, probably. That's the best one. Because knight F6, you get pinned by rook F8, but knight C5 is nice and easy. Then you want to bring that knight. You actually want to bring that knight round C5, then to E6, then to D4. Okay.
2-second increment. Thank you, Carl.
Oh, rook H8. Knight D5 now would be a good move. That would be a very good move. Just bring the knight into F4.
Yeah.
E4. Well,
should all be fine though, shouldn't it?
It's all fine. It's all fine. It's just
it's fine whatever you do, but that's never true. It's never fine whatever you do.
No, but it's kind of true. It's just there's some sort of
but you could bring your king in, couldn't you, to F4 and then rook B2, force the king onto the back rank.
Yeah, I mean, what I do like always in these sort of things is to advance your pieces whilst they're protected by a pawn. So, move like knight to F4, it's just protected, and so
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. You can do that. I think that's what I was going to suggest.
So, knight D5 now. That's a very good move. Knight G4 is also good. So I think Black's going to make this. So
yeah.
I think that what happened was King F3 is quite a nice move now, just to use the knight as a shield on G4.
I think she's going to go knight H2 check.
That would also be a very strong move. Yes, that would be even stronger in actual fact. Knight E5, quite decent. Probably going to bring the knight to D3 and block like that. No, King F4. Okay. E3, maybe? Is that what Black's intending? There we are. Good. Rook A8. Yeah, knight F3 check now would be extremely strong.
Yeah.
Knight D3 check would be equally strong. One of those two moves. Yeah.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Two checkmates.
Oh, nice.
Two. We even need two checkmates. There we are. So the match is complete. And Team UK has won 18-4. Well played, Team UK. Notable performances from the Cape Verde team. Mariano Carr, Mariano Carr, who drew 1-1 with Keith in the blitz and then beat Keith 2-0 in the rapid. So fine play. It was
second largest population. It's Canada, isn't it? It's Canada.
No, Carl, it's not
Canada. It's Canada, isn't it?
Never Canada. It's going to be.
Maybe that's the second largest in area. I've definitely had it in a quiz recently. We do on our family Zoom call, and they said, "What's the second largest country?" But maybe that's not population. It must be. It must be. No, Russia's the largest in area. It's Russia, then Canada, isn't it? But in population, which is what you asked.
India.
And India, yeah.
Must be.
Yeah. What else is big? Brazil?
Well, China as well. I mean,
China, you said China's number one, right?
Yeah. So China, and then India.
Yeah. Oh, that's Hack Attack. No, Carl knows the answer here.
Yay! Where is Canada in terms of population, Carl?
1.32 billion. Wow. No, Canada's not in population. It's in size. What's the second largest in terms of area? I want to change the question so it comes up for one I was recently asked.
It's sorry, I was talking about some notable Cape Verde results, and of course, Celia 1988 in this game, a fine win there to tie the match 1-1 with Inglaterra. So, well, there we are. I guess we
played, everybody.
Round that one off, but thank you everyone for watching. Thanks to all our regulars, Carl, Hack Attack, A Petza. Thank you so much for watching. Always good to catch up with you. And we've got another one, haven't we, tomorrow? We're streaming again.
We do. We have another. So hopefully, yes, thank you. Enjoy your Saturday evening as well. And hopefully, yeah. That's enough.
Is that all 38 million? My goodness.
Yeah, it wasn't. I was doing something else. That was size. You're going to tell me it's not the second largest in terms of size either now, aren't you? But anyway, if anyone can play tomorrow in the match, then we will be commentating again tomorrow evening at 6:30. I've forgotten the name of the match, but
it's the Europe Team Challenge or something.
Yeah, Europe Team Challenge. We are there, so we will be against a whole lot of Europeans, I would imagine.
Exactly.
From the name.
I would guess it's going to be only players who are not celebrating Valentine's Day, to be honest.
Yes, well, you never know. Yeah. Okay, so good. Thanks all for watching. Carl, if you want to set us a quiz for tomorrow, you're perfectly welcome to, and we'll do our best.
Indeed.
See what we know and what we don't.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.